Welcome to Community Essentials.
Something is happening to me. Something's coming over me. Got me wide awake.
Check out D.E. Rainier for a night of soulful jazz at the ETA Theater, 7558 South Chicago Avenue, Saturday, October 29th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $15 at the door. See you there. Hello and welcome to another exciting segment of Community Essentials. I'm your dynamic host, Nisakura, and today we have a very interesting guest with us here, Mr. Davonte McKay. He's going to join us and you as well as he shares his story with us. How you doing, Mr. Davonte McKay?
All right, sir.
All right. We're glad to have you here, man. We're really glad that you joined us. And I know that you've been working with the African American Christian Foundation, and there you enrolled in a summer program.
Yes.
Now tell us about how you enrolled in that program.
It was really by a friend, and I really wasn't into it because I never did nothing like that. So he kept asking me, so I finally took it in and went there.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went there, it felt like home, I should say, and I was just nervous of being in a place like that because that was my first time.
Right.
And I liked everything about it because it's like they give you a chance no matter what's your background and where you come from.
Right.
And that's something I took heed to and stayed with, and I believe they could do something with you and work with you, and you could become something if you stick to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I like what you said. If you stick with it, stick to it, and keep working at it, you can become something. Now, is that a good reason that you think maybe some other kids who may be 14 through 21, as they're watching and they want to see, hey, how can I enroll? Do you think that's another good reason that maybe they could enroll too?
Yes, because it basically gets you off the street, and what all kids want as around my age that people will never realize is just they want to feel like they could do it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And if money's in their pocket, and it's basically they getting something good, but they getting money what they want at the same time. So I feel if you getting a job and basically doing something to better your life, it's good for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like that you said that. That's really positive. I like that, you're ambitious in making something, making yourself into something positive. Not that you're already giving off positive vibes right now. You seem like a very positive young man, and I like that. Now tell me now, what does Davonte McKay do for fun, man?
For fun, I say
when you kick back, what you do?
I like to play sports, basketball, and work out, but mainly I stick to myself. And I was in a part where I felt I was comfortable in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
but I start now to be around my family as much as I can. So I say try and be around my family more.
So the support of your family, how important is that to a person? Speaking as a voice of the youth, tell us how important that is to you, your loved ones. Just, tell us what they mean to you.
To me, I really never noticed how much they meant to me till I was gone, and you never know that how much a person care about you till they no longer there, right there, or till they gone forever. Mm-hmm. So I realized that your family mean everything, because when you down and you out, nobody's there with you but your family.
Right. Absolutely, man. Very, very well said. Now, along with, putting a little extra cash in your pocket, with the summer program, tell us what you look forward to the most. Is it, maybe the training skills or computer skills, or is it the pretty girls? What you look forward to in the summer program?
I'd say the training skills, the computer skills, just a better education, and I say if a female fall along with it, it fall along with it.
No doubt. Now, Davonte, when you're waking up in the morning, man, you know, you get your hair twisted up, looking all fly, you know, you putting your clothes on, man, you brush your teeth, all the things that we do to get up and get out the door in the morning. Tell me, man, what motivates you to get up and live your life?
It's something, it's like I'm becoming something, and I never felt like this. I always felt that I never had anything, so it's like it's pushing me to the point where I could become something and do something with life. So when I wake up in the morning, it's just to be blessed to have another day and to move all my parts of my body and just go out there, find a job or something like that, be around my loved one.
Right. So what you're saying is you appreciate life and you appreciate the fact that you have an opportunity to become whatever you like.
Yeah.
No doubt. I like that. I like that. Now, tell me, as far as being the voice of the youth, I know we don't have you, you know, speaking for everybody, you know, but you are the youth. You represent the youth, you know, because you're, you know, a young man, you know, you're trying to make something out of yourself, which is a good thing. But tell us, like, just speaking from your peers, if you could change something, if it was something that, you know, Davonte could change that you see going on, what would you like to change?
Is you saying change about me or?
Well, you and then you first, and then like anything you see around you that you would also like to change.
I'll say, to speak on me, I'll say I won't really change nothing because I wouldn't know where I'd be at now if I wouldn't went through the stuff that I went through. So I think I'm okay with where I'm at now. I just wish I was in a better place, but me going through what I went through, I'll stick with it because it made me who I am now.
Right.
And the change around me, I'll say the crimes, and I just want to see people do something with life instead of just sitting on the street and doing nothing. Because if people my age, I'll say you want money, a job, car, but you got to work for what you want.
Right.
So I'll stick with where I'm at now.
That's a good answer, and I like that answer too, because having the wisdom to know that even at this age, that everything that you went through was a part of who you are now, and it helped to make you stronger and to build you into the young man that you're growing into. So to know that, you know, is very wise, and it's very self-aware of you, and I commend that. I commend you for that, you know. So I think you should, you know, continue to share just how much you appreciate your life and your story and the opportunity that you have to make the choice of being whatever you want to be, which leads me to my next question. If you had the choice to be whatever you wanted to be, what would you choose?
My dream, I always wanted to be an NBA player, but it seemed like it's 1 out of a million. But if I had something to choose, that's what it would be. A family man. I always wanted to be a husband with kids. I have a wife, a great house, but I always wanted to be in the NBA, something involved with sport, basketball, I'll say.
Okay. Now, what attracts you to the NBA? Is it, you know, the, you know, good salary, which ain't nothing wrong with that? You know, is it brotherhood, or what is it?
I'll say that's what I grew up doing.
Right.
Like my cousin, Prentice Brown, he always kept me doing that. I don't know, he got me into basketball, so.
Right.
And I stick with it. It's just fun. Just feel good playing basketball. I get love out of that, and it's the money, but that's what I love doing.
I like that. Now, who's some of your favorite players?
Dwayne Wade.
No doubt.
LeBron James.
Of course.
Derrick Rose, Chris Paul.
Right, okay.
I like more of the other point guards.
Mm-hmm. Is that what position that you would play, that, you know, that you like playing point guard? Yeah, no doubt. I can see that. Yeah. Cool. You say you also wanted like a house and a family. I like that. You know, I like that. You know, you see yourself even at this stage being a family man, and you look forward to that.
Yeah.
You know? Well, what would you like about being a father?
A father is, I always wanted to be that, but it's like it's a lot of a lot of stuff that go with it is
Yeah.
just taking care of a child. It's taking really, it ain't really about you no more. You got someone else that's in your life, so you just can't go out and buy shoes and whatever you want. Now your money got to go towards your child now.
Right.
And being a father, I do it. I always wanted to be one.
That's wonderful, man. It's a couple of guys that I know that always wanted to be a father, and they're great fathers. But they didn't know it young like you, though.
Right.
So I had to commend you again for that wisdom. You know, that's a really good thing, and I like that. You know, we're just in here chatting, and people get a clear perspective of what you're saying as the voice of the youth. You know, just speaking from young black man. You know, your perspective on what you would like. And one of the main things you mentioned was a family. You know, that's a beautiful thing, and I think that's a great positive thought and desire to have and enforce. So, you know, big ups to you, brother. Big ups to you. Yeah. Now, also, tell us like what may be in the future for Mr. McKay.
I think I'm still working on it now, but hopefully I wanted to be on my own, because becoming a grown man, you would want to be out the house of your mother and be on your own. So I'm trying to push myself to probably an apartment or a vehicle to move around. But I just want to be on my own instead of always depending on my mother or my stepfather, because I just want to always be better than my father. So in the future, I'll probably see myself 9 to 5, just being on my own, basically.
Yeah, being independent, ambitious, out there. The world is yours. You're young, you're healthy, you know. So, you know, all I can say, brother, is keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep praying, and God will always help you on your way to become what he sees for you. And that'll be a blessing to you always. Now, with the summer program, once you get those skills and once you learn, you know, computer training or whatever it may be, you know, how would you like to apply those skills? Do you see yourself like, you know, going right to work with them, or do you see yourself, you know, maybe want to take this and digest the skills you learned so you can use them in the future, or, you know?
I wanted to use them in the future, I should say, in case if I ever need it. But at the same time, I will go in and work with them and try to learn more. I just want to keep learning, because you can never stop.
Right, right. No doubt, no doubt. Now, as far as your friends who may be watching out there, you got some people maybe 14 to 21, you know, and they're looking like, how can I be like Davonte McKay? You know, I want to, you know, get on TV and tell people about the summer program, you know. Somebody out there that, you know, maybe looking for some direction, or maybe looking, hey, how can I get involved in the summer program? You know, what would you say to them?
I feel it's pride. I say it's pride, and where I come from, pride means a lot, and I couldn't see myself doing this, or I never saw myself doing something like this. So I say it's pride, and it took a lot of people to push me to do this, and myself. And I feel that from where I come from, where being around a lot of gang members or in the streets and on the corner all day, it's just, you got to get out the hood first to see what you really want. You got to go outside the box to look in.
Right.
So I feel for them to come, it'll change a lot of people and lead them from the bars, the jail cells, and it'll change. I think it'll change a lot of people. So
I think it's very important that you're saying change. You say the word change because it's a very effective word. It also means that no matter what you've been through, which still makes you who you are today,
right.
No matter what you've been through, it doesn't have to define you. You can still get up every morning, like you say. You get up with that ambition to become something, to make something out of yourself. You hold that power within your hands. You can do that every day you wake up. You can make a choice. So I think that's a very positive thing to enforce and reinforce as a strong statement to those who are listening and watching. So I think you did a great job, you know, letting them know what's on your mind concerning that, and I think that they can really take something positive from what you said. Now, you got any shout outs, man, while we up here just, rapping?
I always wanted to speak with my father. He's incarcerated, and I always wanted to, I ain't seen him in years, like since I was little, and I always wanted to be face to face with him and talk to him instead of over the phone. I always wanted to be face to face with him. That's always something I wanted. And to my mother, Laura Dylon, and my stepfather, John Dylon, because if it wasn't for them, I think I'd probably be in jail for the rest of my life or dead. So I thank them for everything, because I ain't never see the picture of that. They give me a house to lay in, a roof over my head, food on the table, and I always looked at it as why I couldn't get the material things, and that's like what it really is.
Right.
It's they got other things to do, and I never looked at the picture what they got to pay bills, car notes, and I always wanted stuff for me. I was always for I, and I ain't never look at it for nobody else. So I'd give a shout out to my mother, my stepfather, my sister Tiffany Brown, because she did a lot for me. I give a shout out to Tammy, because she gave me a chance, basically. She gave me a chance, and I thank her for everything she doing now and did for me. The AACF program, because it showed me that you get a chance for everything. It ain't always the end to something, so.
Absolutely. I want to thank you so much, man, just for coming on, and sharing your story with us. And, anything else you want to tell me, before we, start to wrap up?
I would like to say for kids around my age that's in the streets, that the streets that ain't your family, and people feel that's their family,
Right.
but it really ain't, because when you gone, I should say, dead or incarcerated, if you incarcerated, they there for that moment, and they nowhere to be found. It ain't no true friends. They know nowhere to be found. Your true friends are your family, and when you die, they at your funeral, but it's like a month later, you not even heard of, you not even spoke of, and that's something I'm afraid of. I always think about every day, that if I die or something, who would care? And I always feel the streets is my family, and they'll always be there, but it's not. It's just something for the moment, I should say. Well, it's just something to get. I feel that I always got a laugh out of just sitting around everybody that I thought was my friends. It just passed the day by more. But I always think about when I was incarcerated, that every time I go to sleep, I always had to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. I wake up at 6. It's somebody controlling my life. For all these years and months, I've been controlled till when I eat, sleep, use the bathroom, do whatever. And it just feel right where now I could do what I want. I could go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom, and I just feel better now. And this program, it helps you to get on your own. It's a fresh start to help you start off of what you want to become. And I just thank Tammy and the program.
Absolutely, man. I just think it's a wonderful thing that you came on here, shared your story with us. I think I want to commend you, because it takes a lot of courage to come on the show.
Yes, it do.
And say, exactly what you feel. And man, I think you did an excellent job, and I think that we were actually rewarded by you coming on and just sharing, your story with us and letting us know from your perspective, from you being a youth, from your experience that you had, everything that you went through that made you stronger, made you the brother that you are today. I really want to thank you for letting people know that they have an opportunity, just like you have. They can make a choice. They can wake up in the morning and decide to be something, or to make something of themselves. Become whatever they want to be. They can be part of something that matters. And you matter. You're important, brother. And I really want to thank you, and I appreciate you taking the courage and time to come on Community Essentials, man.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to come back, we'll be right here.
I will be back.
Thank you, brother. We want to thank you, Community Essentials, for joining us here today on a very interesting and wonderful segment. We want to thank Mr. Davonte McKay for coming on and sharing with us his story and letting us know how it is from his perspective, and also inspiring us to continue to not to take the simple things for granted, to be thankful each and every day of the opportunity that we have and the future that we have placed in front of us. God is good all the time, and we thank you for watching right here on Community Essentials, where we always bring the essential community news to you. The jazz artist, D.E. Rainier. Next up, now I know you remember Rena Scott. She sang that legendary song, Take Me, I'm Yours, with Michael Henderson. She's a definite must when it comes to creating that mood of romance. Y'all enjoy yourself. Next up is Rena Scott.
Been lying awake all night long, dreaming of you holding me tight. And ooh, I can't wait to be with you, baby. Well, it's a love thing. I got a serious love just for you, and there ain't nothing no one can do to keep me from loving you, baby. Oh, yeah. I know it's right. I know it's right. 'Cause it feels so good. I'll say it again and again. Yeah, that's right. 'Cause it feels so good. And baby, I don't need no one but you in my life, close to me. I do know by just looking at you, and I'm not ashamed. What I feel is so real down inside for you. Ooh, baby, I can't wait to be with you tonight, baby. And every night, ooh, don't you know it? I know it's right. I know it's right. 'Cause it feels so good. Oh, baby, baby, I know it's right. I'll say it again and again and again. So good, and baby, I don't need no one but you. Ooh, in my life, close to me, baby. Come on now, I need you. That I know it, so baby, good. Don't you? So you whip it on me, baby. You whip it on me. Come on, come on, come on.
Say I wanna live the good life, the good life. All right now. Good life. is how we all wanna live. When all this world we live in is filled with love and giving, and hearts all start to healing, as one together, there will be living.